Welcome to Man in Progress, Forging Manhood. I'm Travis Murray, values coach and your guide to building a life driven by real values. Each week we explore what it means to be a man today, talk about and to thinkers and doers who've been through it, and give you steps to show up better for yourself and those you love. If you're ready to forge your own path, you're in the right place. Let's get to it. Let's be honest. Your life looks good on paper but feels empty. You're a professional in your 30s, crushing it at work, but your social life has just evaporated. Or you're a new dad in your late 20s, surrounded by family, but you feel totally disconnected from anyone who actually gets it. For years, you've been sold a lie, that to be a man, you have to be a lone wolf, that strength means being silent and self-reliant. What if that lie is the very reason you're feeling isolated? This isn't just a feeling, it's a health crisis. The percentage of men with no close friends has increased fivefold since 1990, and research shows that the level of chronic isolation is as damaging to your health as smoking 15 cigarettes a day. It increases the likelihood of depression, anxiety, heart disease, and even premature death. But loneliness is not a life sentence. It's a signal. In this video, I'm going to give you 7 powerful mental shifts to move you out of isolation and into genuine, lasting connection. Your journey starts now. All right, the first shift is the biggest. And it's all about this, moving from seeing loneliness as a weakness to understanding it's simply a signal for an unmet need. For generations, we've been sold this lie that admitting you're lonely is an admission of failure of having no friends or being antisocial. We're supposed to be stoic, independent rocks. But here's the thing, a rock doesn't need connection. A human being does. The shame wrapped up in loneliness is what keeps us trapped. It makes you hide the very feeling that should motivate you to connect. Think about it. When you're hungry, you don't feel ashamed, you eat. When you're tired, you don't see it as a character flaw, you sleep. Loneliness is a biological signal, just like hunger or thirst. It's your mind and body telling you you're a social creature who is starved of meaningful connection. The stigma is powerful, but you can break its hold. The moment you reframe loneliness as a natural, human signal, you strip it of its power to cause shame. It's no longer a verdict on your worth, but a simple indicator that it's time to take action. This is the foundation for everything that follows. So here's your first actionable step. Start a daily 5-minute journal. At the end of each day, write down one feeling you experienced and what might have triggered it. For example, felt isolated today because I had no one to share a small win at work with, or felt a pang of loneliness when I saw a group of friends laughing at a cafe. This isn't about wallowing. It's about building emotional literacy. You can't fix a problem you refuse to even look at. By naming the feeling, you normalize it and you begin to take back control. Next up, we need to talk about the V word, vulnerability. The second shift is moving from the toxic idea that men don't open up to the profound truth that sharing builds deeper bonds. It's a complete catch-22, right? You're encouraged to be more open, but often met with the confusion or discomfort when you actually do it. This outdated cultural norm tells us expressing emotion is a liability. But true strength isn't about building higher walls. It's about having the courage to show what's behind them. Think of men you respect most in your life. Are they the ones who are impenetrable, who never show a crack in their armor? Or are they the ones that have the guts to be real? Vulnerability isn't about oversharing or emotionally dumping on unsuspecting people. It's about letting trusting people see your authentic self. It's the currency of genuine connection. When you share a struggle or an insecurity, you aren't burdening someone, you are inviting them in. You're sending a powerful signal that you trust them, the very bedrock of any strong relationship. Your mission for this shift is the one honest share per week. Pick one person you trust, a friend, a brother, or a partner, and share something real. It doesn't have to be a deep, dark secret. It can be as simple as texting, "Hey man, work has been pretty stressful lately, feeling a bit burnt out. How are you holding up?" Instead of the usual, "What's up?" This small act of courage breaks the script of masculine performance and opens the door for real conversation. It flexes the vulnerability muscle, and like the muscle, it gets stronger with use. Shift number 3 is about turning busy into bonded. So many of us, especially in our late 20s to mid-40s, fall into the trap of thinking a packed schedule means a connected life. We fill our days with work, family duties, and solo hobbies like gaming or scrolling, and we mistake all the activity for actually belonging. But connection isn't a byproduct of being busy. It's the result of shared, purposeful action. Historically, men have connected shoulder to shoulder, not face to face. We bond over shared tasks, challenges, and goals. Think about your strongest friendship from your youth. Many were probably forged on a sports team, in a band, or working on a project together. And that's because shared purpose creates a natural context for connection, removing that awkward pressure of just trying to hang out. I know a guy, a professional in his 30s, who realized that after a job change left him totally isolated, he spent his evenings gaming alone, feeling that growing sense of emptiness. So he made a conscious shift. He joined a weekly football league. He said the simple act of working toward a common goal, winning a game, built his social bonds without any forced conversation. The camaraderie just came naturally from the shared effort. So, here's your game plan. Join a group centered around a hobby or interest and commit to going at least 3 times. This could be a hiking club, a rec sports league, a coding boot camp, a volunteer fire department, or a community garden. The activity itself is almost secondary to the structure it provides. Committing to a group embeds connection into your routine and uses the power of shared purpose to build bonds that last. Hey, if what I'm saying is hitting home, if you feel like someone is finally speaking your language, do me a quick favor and hit that like button and subscribe. We're building a community here for men who are ready to break free from isolation, and your support helps us reach more guys who need to hear this. All right, shift 4 might sound a little unsexy, but it's an absolute game changer. Stop relying on spontaneous hangouts and start creating scheduled rituals. In our 20s, friendships often just happen, but as we hit our 30s or 40s, life gets complicated. Careers, marriage, and kids fill up the calendar, and those social networks that once sustained us start to fray. If you wait for connection to happen spontaneously, you're going to be waiting a long, long time. Friendships in adulthood don't survive on autopilot. They thrive on ritual. A ritual is just a planned, reoccurring point of connection. It's the weekly phone call with your old college roommate. It's the monthly poker night. It's the standing coffee with a coworker every Friday morning. These rituals are the anchors that keep friendships from drifting away in the sea of adult responsibilities. Now, I know a new dad in his late 20s who felt completely cut off after his first child was born. He was ashamed to admit he felt lonely in the middle of all that joy. His solution was a simple ritual. He started a group text with a few other dads from his son's daycare and scheduled a park meetup every other Saturday morning. It wasn't glamorous, but it was consistent. It created a reliable space for them to connect over the specific challenges they were all facing. Your practical step here is to create a weekly check-in. Identify 1 or 2 people you want to build a stronger connection with. Put a reoccurring 15-minute call or video chat on your calendar. It might feel a bit formal at first, but scheduling it guarantees it will happen. Treat it like any other important appointment, because it is. This is a preventative maintenance for your most important relationships. Mental shift number 5. Stop trying to make friends in a crowd and start looking for your community. For a lot of guys, the idea of walking into a room full of strangers is a nightmare fuel. It feels like a high-pressure social performance, but the goal isn't to befriend everyone at the packed bar. It's to find your third place. A third place is simply a spot outside of home, your first place, and work, your second place, where people gather and connect. These are usually low-pressure environments built around a shared interest. Like, think of a local brewery trivia night, or a woodworking shop, or a CrossFit box, or a volunteer organization. In these spaces, the shared interest is the social lubricant. You don't have to force small talk. You can talk about the project you're building, the beer you're tasting, or the cause you're supporting. For men juggling demanding jobs and families, finding these communities is clutch because they offer connection without the exhaustion of formal socializing. The focus is on the activity, and the friendships are the welcome side effect. Your challenge for this one: commit to 1 monthly volunteer slot or join a local third place. Maybe it's helping out at an animal shelter, joining a men's shed to work on projects, or becoming a regular at a local chess club. Find a place where the activity itself gives you a sense of purpose. The community will build itself around that shared foundation. Number 6. The 6th shift is about ditching the stigma that therapy is for the broken and understanding that peer support normalizes struggles. While professional therapy is an invaluable tool, many men are hesitant to take the first step, feeling like their problems aren't severe enough or fearing judgment. This is where the incredible power of peer support comes in. A peer support group is a space where people with shared experiences come together to help each other. For men, these groups can be uniquely effective because they provide a safe, non-judgmental zone where you can see you are not alone. Hearing another man voice the exact fear or insecurity you've been holding inside is profoundly validating. It shatters the walls of isolation and replaces shame with belonging. Now, from a friend of mine, I heard about this man in his 40s who who had been struggling in silence for years, convinced he was the only one. He finally joined a men's support group and said that just listening for a few sessions changed everything. He realized his struggles weren't a sign of personal failure, but a common part of the male experience. The group gave him a sense of purpose and a safe place to practice being vulnerable. He showed up week after week. Here's the assignment. Find and attend one men's group meeting, either online or in person. You don't have to speak, just listen. The goal is to simply expose yourself to an environment where men are openly and honestly supporting one another. Witnessing other men be vulnerable can be the catalyst you need to start your own journey. Stop seeing self-care as selfish and start seeing it as fuel for connection. We often think of loneliness as a purely social problem, but you can't pour from an empty cup. When you're stressed, exhausted, and running on fumes, you simply lack the energy and emotional bandwidth to build and maintain relationships. The tough it out mentality takes an immense physical toll, leading to burnout and withdrawal. Self-care isn't selfish. It's the essential groundwork you must lay before you can build strong connections. It means getting enough sleep, eating well, and most importantly, getting regular physical activity. Exercise is one of the most powerful and underutilized tools for combating loneliness. Not only does it boost your mood and reduce stress, but it also creates natural opportunities for social interaction. So for your final ritual, integrate one daily group activity into your routine. This doesn't have to be a hardcore workout. It can be joining a gym class, finding a local walking or running group, or even just taking your dog to the same park at the same time every day. Consistency creates familiarity and sparks natural conversations with the people you see regularly. By taking care of your physical and mental health first, you build a resilient foundation upon which all genuine connections are made. So let's recap the mission. The 7 mental shifts every lonely man must make are: acknowledge loneliness as a signal, not a source of shame; reframe vulnerability as a courageous strength; prioritize purposeful shared activities; build rituals for consistent connection; seek out communities, not crowds; use peer support to normalize your struggles; and make self-care the foundation for your social life. Breaking free from loneliness isn't about becoming a different person. It's about unlearning the cultural lies that have held you back and embracing a more authentic, connected version of yourself. This is a journey, not a quick fix. It takes courage, consistency, and the willingness to be seen. You are not alone in this feeling, and you don't have to be alone on this journey. So, my question to you is, which of these shifts resonated with you the most? Let me know in the comments below. Sharing your experience is an act of strength and a way to start building the very community you've been talking about. Check out the link in the description for one-on-one coaching with me. Let's help each other build a new kind of masculinity, one defined not by isolation, but by connection.